This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Monday, August 6th, 2018. First up, months after the Guyana Teachers Union offered its support for the recommendations contained in the final report of the high-level task force, the government on Monday said it was looking to re-engage the GTU on matters of salary increases. GTU has stated repeatedly that it was waiting on the government to announce the way forward on its multi-year salary package for teachers. But according to Minister of State Joseph Harmon, the re-engagement is to discuss the GTU's proposal in relation to salary increases and conditions of service.
That a high-level committee consisting of government officials and representatives of the Guyana Teachers Union was appointed to discuss the proposals of the union for a multi-year agreement with the government in relation to the salaries and conditions of service for teachers, as well as the recommendations of the Commission of Inquiry into Education as they related to the terms and conditions of teachers.
The re-engagement will take place between union reps and government officials on Thursday, August 9th, 2018. The recommendations had urged government to sign into effect a new multi-year agreement package complete with pay hike and other deserving benefits. Harmon said the engagement will also look at recommendations from the Commission of Inquiry into Education as it relates to the terms and conditions of teachers. It will also push for the two sides to return to the bargaining table. Mr. Harmon said Cabinet deliberated on the reports and noted the responses to the recommendations. The initial proposal presented by the GTU was for 40% across-the-board increase for teachers, 45% increase for last year, and 50% for this year.
LOL this summer with GTT. Win a super getaway with Caribbean Airlines plus great weekly prizes. Sign up, activate any GTT service, or pay your bill in full and on time. Every handset bundle is a chance to win. Sweet weekly prizes and one of 2 vacations. LOL this summer with GTT. Guyana's #1 network.
Let's tell you now that one day after the Alliance for Change announced that it will be breaking away from its coalition partner, the APNU, to contest the upcoming local government elections, the chairman of the APNU and PNC leader President David Granger does not appear too worried about the move. Speaking to reporters early this morning at a commemoration ceremony for the late President Forbes Burnham, President Granger said the AFC's decision is its internal party matter, and he does not believe the breakaway for local elections will in any way jeopardize the national coalition.
I don't know about the internal decision making in the AFC, but we respect their decision, and AFC I think respects the decision within the APNU.
The AFC, in a Sunday morning statement announcing its decision, blamed inconclusive negotiations with the APNU as the reason behind its decision to head into the local government elections on its own. President Granger on Monday hinted that the two parties could not reach an agreement on core principles for a coalition for the local government polls.
It is my view that both the AFC and APNU remain committed to coalition politics, and this in no way will damage the prospect of our two parties going into the general and regional elections. This is entirely a local matter, it's entirely a party political matter, but we do not feel that there is any danger that the coalition is in jeopardy.
News Source understands that the AFC was pushing for more seats on the councils across the country. However, leading members of the APNU have pointed out that in many of the areas where the APNU will easily win and do well are areas that have been traditionally faithful to the People's National Congress, which is the largest party in the APNU coalition. The two parties entered the last local government elections as a coalition, but with no agreement in place. The only existing coalition agreement only covers general elections. Although Sunday night's small blaze at the Pegasus Hotel was restricted to one of the hotel's kitchen, the incident has raised serious questions about fire safety at the posh Georgetown Hotel. Several guests said the hotel does not appear to have a working fire alarm system, since even as the lobby and some floors were engulfed with smoke, There was never a fire alarm sounded or any sprinkler system in place. Instead, some guests said they were alerted by persons banging on their doors and telling them to get out. The Guyana Fire Service Fire Prevention Officer Andrew Holder told reporters that there were serious concerns. He confirmed that in a number of areas at the hotel, emergency exits were chained and locked, and that created problems for the fire service. Some exit doors in even the kitchen area were observed with padlocks on them and chains. The fire prevention officer promised to meet with the hotel's management to address the issues. After more than 2 hours, hotel guests were eventually led back into their bedrooms. An investigation has been launched.
LOL this summer with GTT. Win a super getaway with Caribbean Airlines plus great weekly prizes. Sign up, activate any GTT service, or pay your bill in full and on time. Every handset bundle is a chance to win. Sweet weekly prizes and one of 2 vacations. LOL this summer with GTT. Guyana's #1 network.
And finally tonight, after being slapped with 6 fraud charges just a few weeks ago, former Guyana Gold Board accountant Rashana Ramnarine, along with her former colleague Deborah Forbes, found themselves before the court facing 3 new fraud charges. The 2 women were granted bail in the sum of $450,000 each. They appeared before Principal Magistrate Julie Latchman today, and both entered pleas of not guilty when all of the charges were read to them. It was alleged that during the month of January and February back in 2017, at the Guyana Gold Board with the intent to defraud, the 2 conspired to forge a payment invoice dated January 2017. It was further alleged that during the same period, the women allegedly stole $436,409 in cash from the Gold Board. In addition, the court further learned that during the month of January and February 2017, while being a clerk or servant, they willfully falsified documents purporting to show that the businessman received the sum of $436,409 on the 24th of January 2017, while that was not so. Attorney Nigel Hughes, in his application for bail, stated that since the investigation was launched back in 2017, both of his clients cooperated at all times with investigators. Bail was granted and the 2 will return to court on August 27th. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for today. I'm Kurt Campbell.